So today is Friday. Be ready for travel or celebration of some sort. Today was for the OOTD. It was Victorian for morning routine. I think I'm kind of no, it's like 12:30. I thought it was early today. I'm not. So, I did get this dress from Goodwill. And it doesn't really have a Victorian, but it's like very flowy. Almost like one of the dresses that like you like spin around. Yeah, so it's one of those. I don't know if it's supposed to be off shoulder, but that's what I have it as. So most likely will end up on my eBay at some point. Fair warning, all of my clothes that I get, if it doesn't fit me, I just immediately sell it. But if I find something that I like, I'll wear it, and then after a while, I don't know why, but I end up selling my clothes later. So it's like I go through these like cycles of like if I have a specific thing that I like, I'll hold on to that to the day I die. But like for example, that one Torrid dress that y'all have seen me in so much social media, and like, everybody always gives me compliments on it every single time I wear it, and I love it because I love the style of it. I love the way it looks. The problem is that I've had it for so long now, they don't even sell it anymore, that it's stretched out. So, unfortunately, probably soon I'll have to retire it, but if it gets retired, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, it's going to get dismantled and made into a new dress. So, and into a new pattern. So, fair warning. Then breakfast today actually was egg sandwich. I made it with the greens that I grew in the garden. Which was like mustard greens and I think mescaline. So I think I'm saying it right. It's not the drug, it's the plant. Maybe it comes from that. Who knows? As of Pinterest, yesterday we were looking at as far as socials for this morning, 9 a.m. every morning. Y'all post your socials because that way you can get in the face of everybody. But if everybody's posting at the same time, it doesn't really matter. Just keep posting. Eventually you'll get there, right? Spray and pray. But for those who are more centered at multi-posting and, like I said, bullying the internet, it is going to be really your only option. Walking through the multi-posting process, we were talking about $30 a month on average for multi-posting streamware. The one I found was Streamlabs. The backup is, I think Hootsuite was another one. I'm not sure. For the share links, for Pinterest, it was how to create a pin. Reddit, I'm still learning about that, and Quora, I'm still learning about, so I don't know about those. Amazon, I'm gonna go ahead and share my links before I forget, because I will. Plug this in before it overheats. So for those of you who are Amazon affiliates, if you're not, go ahead and apply. If you are, have been approved. It might kick back a couple times, I don't know. It did for me, but I think that was because of my address changes and stuff like that. So, but for you, it should be fine. If you have an issue with it, there's always customer service. So, I don't know why it just opened that. I don't want to go into that. So I'm going in, I'm logging into my Amazon account like I normally would. And what it does is that it gives me what's called a site stripe across the top of the, like a little banner across the top of my Amazon home screen, which is your regular, like if you just log into Amazon and you have an account there, then that's what it's going to show you. But on mine, I'll show you. It does the site stripe link. So as you can see, I'm on my Amazon page. I have site stripe across the top of my Amazon page. Over to the right, it's going to say get link. It used to say your options for your social media across the top, but now it doesn't. It just does this. At least for mine, it does. And it might be because I'm like probably like one of the least used person of it. I don't know how to use it. I just noticed this is the minimum that I know how to do, is just copy and paste the link and put it on social media. However you have to do that, I think there's certain requirements that you have to meet. I'm not sure, but fix it up right. Oh, I need to clean off my desk. Just got shit on it right now. Okay, so now I'm just gonna share that like an image that I save, and or like a specific item, like a trending item. I usually try to keep all of my social media buying sites clear of watched items, because it'll pop up your trending items at the very beginning if you don't go in and start pushing an algorithm, right? It's going to push the algorithm to you. It's going to put that trending item in your face. So what you can do is you can use the image of the item and put the link on there for your own. And that way they can just, it's the same thing, just copy and paste. So now I don't know if there's rules and laws and stuff like that, so y'all are going to have to look into that shit, but it's just an idea. What I'm doing is just copying and pasting images and throwing the link on there and putting some like catchy title. I don't know, some random shit. So if people really want to use your link, they're gonna anyway, no matter whether you say anything or not. So just keep trying, keep doing what you're doing, and eventually something will hit somewhere, right? I have the intent to push this for specific, like, forward movement things. Like, for example, the next holiday is Memorial Day. So I'm going to put a catchy title for something like, hey, you know, Memorial Day deals here. Something simple. If I have a code, like on my computer, if my computer gives me a code, or if the influencer thing has a certain deal that they can push out, because you get emails and stuff like that, then I'll add that if I have it. So try to help you guys out as much as I can. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna do what I do. Where was I gonna put this? Okay, so the 3 options that it originally gave me was Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Those were the only options it gave me. Now, I don't know for a fact whether or not certain social media platforms allow cross posting for specific links like that. It especially now with like the bots and stuff, it might actually kick you back for some things, or it might not post your link. Like if I post my link through my laptop to my Instagram, it's not a link. It's like you just have to copy and paste it, and then it creates a link. It doesn't do it the way that I'm wanting it to do. Now, there might be a way to do it that I'm not aware of. If there is, please let me know. But I've noticed that from my Chromebook specifically, now mind you, it might just be a Chromebook thing. We all know the history with me and Chromebook. Anyway, so if you go through the Chromebook, then for some reason it doesn't post a link. I'm going to try it through the ThinkPad and see if it works that way instead. So I'm going to send my link to like a open social media and copy and paste it and put it on my new computer, or like I might email it to myself. So there's other ways to, you have to think outside of the box if you're wanting to get ahead. The way that you used to do it and the way that has been done before you're going to have to like move outside those boxes, because this industry is so saturated that you're pretty much doing copy and pasting of everyone that was before you, mind you. Yes, that kind of as a baseline does work, but your path is going to be completely different than somebody else's. You're going to have to take different steps. So even though the baseline of it is the same, your specific timeline and your specific way of you doing things is what's going to make it work for you. So like I can't, like they say, like somebody else can't do it for you. Like nobody's coming to save you. You have to do it for yourself, right? So, but you're going to have people that are going to come into your life that are going to be helping hands, that are going to help guide you on the right path. There's going to be people that are going to maybe give you advice, or like give you that little bit of spark to remind you of who you are and to help put you on the direction that you're meant to go, because evidently you're not going in the right way. So, but, and things are going to get taken from you, but there's going to be things that are going to be given to you also. So, you know, there's like this whole cycle that happens. And when you continuously put forward your energy and your effort towards, like I've been saying, the life that you want, even if things are changed in the surroundings around you, it's to put you towards that. So if you want it to continue to be a part of your life going forward, you're going to have to take it with you. But there's some things that can't come with you to the path that you're going to. And it's going to be taken away. And it might suck, it's going to hurt, but it's for your betterment. And just know that whatever was in your past was meant to be there, albeit probably horrible, probably wonderful, who knows. But all of those little things are what made you to where you are right now. And you need to just flip that switch, right? And look at, okay, this is all of the things that happened in the past, and these are the ways that I did this, and this is how I did that, and this is my reaction to this, or this is how I thought of this in the past. And like now, I want you to do a reassessment, like a reboot. And you're getting an upgrade. It's time for you to turn the page, so to speak. I don't know how many more references I can give you, but it's time. And you really need to start looking at this now. And I keep saying that, and it's really for myself, but it's ultimately for y'all. I mean, I am a direct reflection of y'all, and y'all are a direct reflection of me. I was just telling Jeff that the other day, is like, you are me. You're just a different version of me. I'm a different version of y'all, but I'm you. So we're all frequencies, and then we all reflect off of each other. So whether be it good or bad, that's up to you to decide. Right? Right. You like my new? I'll be honest with you. Maybe it's because of the fact that I got it at Goodwill and it has already been used. But this thing leaks like a motherfucker. So whoever made this company, whatever, fix it. So, just saying. Thank God for pre-workout, right? Alright, so where was I? Okay. So I don't know how I went on that tangent again, coming from Amazon wishlist sharing to random ass bullshit, but I do that, so y'all get used to it. I go through this little cycle of legit every once in a while, and then I'll completely forget what I'm talking about. So, Amazon affiliates, or if you have any kind of affiliation links that you want to share, or if you have some kind of like whatever, just seems like all kind of like a pyramid thing, but a different angle. But coupon codes, like I said, if I can add those in there, it's great. If y'all have any advice for any portion of the stream that I have on any day, could be any point in time, just feel free to let me know if you have any ideas or if you have any information about something. For eBay, I just posted this 50th anniversary Disney cup this morning. Actually, not even but a few minutes ago. So if y'all want to check out my eBay, all you Disney lovers out there and Starbucks lovers, this thing's actually kind of really huge. I love this cup. Let's see if I can get it to show. But it actually has the Disney castle with the 50th anniversary on the front of it. It's like a really purpley blue color. Like the cup itself is blue, and then it has like this purple overlay, which gives like a really like iridescent, almost like mermaidy looking, very ethereal. And then there's the Starbucks insignia on the front of it, which is popular naturally. And then I don't know, but it didn't have a sticker on it, so that is what it is. But the cup straw stays inside of it. It has like a little nub, and that way you can't pull it out. So, but it's pretty big. And the lid on this one has a gasket. You see that little plastic piece that's like kind of white looking on the inside of the lid there? That thing is your lifesaver, okay? This motherfucker right here does not have one.
No,
So,
wow.
Yeah. Again, could have been made with one. If it is, my apologies. But I got it secondhand, and it leaks like a motherfucker. I'm mad now.
You got it in the kitchen or leave it right there if it leaks?
No, the lid. Lid. Like
okay.
if you try, it's a shaker. It's a like a tumbler shaker thing.
You know the other one I have that you were asking me about, it did the same thing.
I think all of them do at this point. Like I had high hopes for this one, but evidently, and the lid itself doesn't line up. Like the lid, I tried to shake it this morning. I had to force that shit closed. I'm serious. Look, it doesn't line up.
Make sure they know you're talking about that one, not the.
This one's great. This one works perfectly. Buy it. I put it up for sale for $15. It's literally like $4 shipping. You'll pay probably more than that at Starbucks. So this one, look at the lid. It doesn't line up. You have to like force it to get it to close, and then it doesn't even really close that good. So, boo. Anyway. But yeah, this one's great. So just buy it for me. It's an ASMR style.
Hey, you maybe want to try your luck at being a food taster, a food critic.
Am I a critic?
Yeah. To start.
I'm the biggest. I'm my own biggest critic. Does that help?
Try out all these buffets and see if they're as good as they prefer.
Baby, if I had a body cam on me for the past 6 months from all the shit that we've done and all the places we've been to and all the things we've tried out, I'd probably be like a multimillionaire right now. I bought Jeff 2 lottery tickets for his birthday, and I swear to God, if these 2 fucking hit, I will be so happy. I have been praying to hit the lottery my whole life, so if I can give that as a gift to somebody, so be it. You gotta give blessings somehow. So. Oh, another thing I'll probably be adding to is one of these little fuckers right here. It has, I'm not even joking, it has a gray-black monotone rainbow on it. This thing is cool as fuck. It's a little mini backpack. For those of you who are into mini brands and stuff like that, or like Bratz dolls, I think that's actually where this came from. I don't know exactly. If y'all know where this came from, please let me know. It says RH. So maybe something high. Because, like Monster High was really popular for a while. Oh my God, it actually has a part in it that you open.
Oh, really?
That is fucking cool.
What is it, money?
It's a backpack.
I know, but what's in there? Money?
No, it's paper.
I was going to help you.
And only a little plastic thing on the inside of this one. That's cool. Anyway, so yeah, that's going to be part of my little dollhouse thing as soon as I start fucking doing that shit again. Projects all over this ADHD style, bro, for real. And then this, I don't know if y'all seen my nails before I painted them, but I found glitter that was the same way. I don't know if you can see, but it's purple and green, like kind of chameleon, kind of peacocky looking, which is my favorite, by the way. But yeah, I got that. That was like, I don't even think that was $1. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, review sales on the eBay. I was getting ready to do something, wasn't I? Yeah, I was going to share the link on other social medias. So, share links. I'm going to put in here cross posting socials. No, cross posting links to socials. Because we're going to add in a section of that when you are doing your promotions, you need to be promoting all of your socials, but also all of your affiliations. Because if you're getting sponsorship, if you become an affiliate or an influencer of some type, right, and you end up getting some kind of like the opportunity for sponsorship, which is through you promoting another person's business, they will be able to pay you or compensate you in some way, whether it was through products or, whatever. So, like, you have to be able to give time for that as well. You're going to have to leave space for that as well, right? Because, like, when you finally do get to that point where you're able to find people to be able to sponsor you and stuff like that, it's not like you have to keep up with it, right? It's public, it's PR, it's public relations, it's good business, it's, you just have to. That's just part of it, right? So, and it also is a part of the only way that you're going to be able to get your whatever, if it's your brand or if it's your product or if it's even if it's just yourself, like to get yourself out there, or your ideas or your artwork, whatever it might be, right? The only way you're going to get it out there and get it seen is to be seen. So cover as much as you can, and that's what I'm trying to talk about, is us walking through what the steps are that we're going to have to take to get to that point. And at least this is me and my background. Even if I never become successful at all, if this can help somebody somewhere, so be it. That's the success in itself, even if I don't ever see it. So you never know whose life that you change by you existing, okay? And by me saying that, say for example, right? Today, I'm going at some point to go to the store, right? Say for example, somebody sees me in the store. They see me wearing this dress, right? Which is, in my area, not a very common thing. For some reason. Most of the women around here wear pants or shorts or something. So, say, for example, somebody sees me wearing this dress. Now, all of a sudden, they want to wear a dress. That has now influenced someone else's ideas or concept or thought or frequency. Now you've changed that person's frequency by your own frequency, just by existing. Right? So just by your existence, just by you being there or being seen or not even being seen, but like just by your frequency being in that aura or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the words are. It creates change, like the whole butterfly effect. Like something that you're doing right here is affecting something on a planet so far away on the other side of the universe or some shit. I think that's a butterfly effect. It's some kind of effect. Anyway, look it up. So yeah. I hope that by my existence is doing something vibrationally to this universe in a way that's positive. Because there's so much negative in this world, and it's so easy to destroy something. It's so easy to be negative. I do it every day, and I battle it in my own mind, so I can just imagine what it's like out in the world. And I'm not saying that the world is great and perfect all over. It's not. It's a fucking horrible place most of the time. That's the point. is you're supposed to be the goodness in it. You're supposed to be the change that the world needs. As influencers and as the people of the world around us, it's up to us to decide the future and the fate of the world the way that it is. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that there is competition everywhere, no matter where you go, even in your own mind. And there are a lot of really horrible things that we have no control over, or at least that we feel that we have no control over. In that moment when you feel you have no control, it's time to give up that control, right? No. You still have control the entire time. You have control over yourself and your thoughts and your decisions. The problem is that a lot of times we make the wrong choices. We make the wrong thoughts or decisions that go towards a future that we didn't want. And sometimes we have the opportunity to backtrack and fix the problem and see the issue and be able to work on it going forward. And sometimes we're brick walled and we can't go back because that time has passed. Understand that in that time period that you did the best that you could, and that if that time is not now or never will be again, that the memory alone was worth it, whether it was good or bad. If it was a bad memory, just understand that it was a lesson. That way you know what to look out for in the future. And the reason why it hurts so much and it cuts so deep is so this way you don't forget. That way you know the red flags, and that way you can help somebody else before it happens. Whether it be a bad or good, there's reasons for everything. So, so yeah. Wow, they have eBay Live? I just realized that. I know, don't mind me. Staying focused is an issue for me. Alright, so coupon codes, like I said, eBay review sales, add items, and budget. I already talked about that one item that I just added to my eBay this morning. I will be adding more items during the course of this week. And like I said, I just found out about eBay Live. Oh, wonderful. So we have... Okay. Alright, that's not bad. They're in a room that looks like a closet. Oh, funny. I don't know if you guys have seen the behind the scenes of some of these selling videos, especially overseas. You remember how we have cubicles here in America? They have cubicles there that they're just video selling the entire time. So if you want that to be a business model of yours, there's an idea. But what I'm saying is that these people are like slave labor. So be aware of who you're buying from. I naturally always suggest buying locally. My grandparents always used to say don't buy from overseas, but because eventually they'll own us, they do already. So it's whatever. They owned us back then already. It wasn't a question about that. But yeah. So when you're looking at these for sale, like even through TikTok and stuff like that, just be aware that there are some scenarios that are not the greatest. And although we are all guilty of purchasing from sites that promote that for negative purposes. Just be aware of that. So I don't know why, but she was showing rings, and all I saw was the cut on her hand. That's how judgmental I am. Or maybe not judgmental, but like I noticed it. I don't know. Instead of the huge ass diamond that was on her finger, I'm looking at the cut on her hand. Anyway, sorry to the lady who's doing that live video right now. She's got 4,000 viewers. More than me, I got one. And it's probably myself. So, anyway. So, evidently, new sellers, I can just imagine what people say about me. God, if I say that about anybody else, I can just imagine. All right. So, I guess it would be fashion. And I'm in a saturated market as well. I'm just coming into it already previously saturated market. So pray for me. And plus, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I mean, it really couldn't be that hard. Either they want to buy it or they don't. Simple. Like, you know? So, but yeah, I guess I'll have to look into that now too. How to do that from my own. How to go live on eBay. Because, hear me out, if I can multi-post and multi-stream, what other sites can I multi-stream on that are outside the normal everyday social media? How can I utilize this linking in a way that's beneficial for me and find the loopholes that are legal? Because you got to read all that fine print, right? That's how they get you. They get you in the fine print. So, clarifying the best way, because knowledge is power. And as much knowledge as you can get up front will empower you in the long run. But just understand that there is no way to know everything. And you only know 99% of everything that you already know. There's always that 1% that links into 1,000% of a whole bunch of other bullshit. So, just fair warning. All right, so it says, prepare your items, set competitive pricing, create detailed listings, schedule your live event, and access eBay Live. You can go live using the eBay app or website and ensure that you have eBay account participate. For more detailed guidance, you can refer to the eBay Seller Center. There's a Seller Center? Learn something new every day. eBay Live frequently asked questions. Do I need an eBay account? Yeah. We're going to find an... okay. Events. Okay, so checking out eBay Live Hub for events. Will my eBay Live activity be public? Yes, your username and eBay Live activity will be viewable to all live stream attendees. How do auctions work on eBay Live? What are extended auctions, also known as soft close auctions? Sellers can choose to list their items as fixed price listings, buy it now, or as auction listing if the seller item. Auction bid increments are 5 cents, up to $1. After $1, it's $1, up to $30, up to from 30 to 50 is $2, etc. How do I place a bid during an eBay Live event? How do I know if I won an eBay Live auction? How can I sell on eBay Live? It's currently in beta with selected sellers. I can link around that. You know why? Because I can go live on every other fucking platform that there is out there. So, ta-da! Now I just found a new way to do it. Virtual yard sale. That's my thing. Laugh now. Cry later.
Nothing's real anymore. A virtual.
I love his laugh. I love it when you laugh, baby.
That's funny though, man.
Your laugh is so like heartwarming.
I'm just saying, there's nothing real anymore.
I know. I'm real.
Well, money ain't even real. People don't even counterfeit money. They just add digits to the numbers that they look at online.
I know. That's like, for example, we were talking about eBay. I'm like, yeah, all these numbers are for eBay. They're not for the seller. The seller doesn't even, unless you know numbers, and please learn numbers as much as you can, because if you learn numbers, you can rule the fucking world, okay? But eBay puts these numbers out and they make it look like it's so fantastic. You're doing such a great job. And then you realize, like, oh, it's just like a regular job where you see your big paycheck number and then you find out how much you actually get. So, which will be taxed every single time you use it when you do get it. So it's like a punishment.
Yeah, just like the vape shop. You use your debit card, they charge you more money.
Yeah, if you use your card, you get charged more, not only from the shop itself, but also from your bank card. And then if you go to ATM, there's another charge from an ATM. Then once you actually purchase the item, you pay the tax on it, right? Money likes to move, man, I'm telling you. It does not like to stay very long in anything, okay? Especially my hands, evidently. So, so you got to give it some place for it to go. And
yeah, what if you won the lottery and you won $700,000 after they take out?
You got to remember, just as much abundance as you wish for is just as much abundance as you will get. Be careful what you wish for. Because that could be positive or negative. So yeah. Whether it's your karma or your dharma, one will never know. So, why can't I bid during a live event? Because they said no. Voter buying restrictions. Don't be an abusive buyer. Mom. My mom is a suggestive buyer. You suggest something to her, she buys it within a couple of days. So, I don't know. I guess I would be the same way too if I had a lot of income. So
she does what? If they suggest a price, she'll come back 2 days later and buy it?
Like so like suggestive buyers are people who, like, if they see a good deal, like a sale or like a percentage, it's just an automatic trigger in their mind now that they have to purchase that, because now for some reason that they don't really quite sure know why, it seems better. So they'll buy it, but maybe they'll buy it in 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Or if they're a couponer, which makes that way worse, now they've got like 12 of the same product, but they have no use for it.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things that, like, yeah, you have abundance, but you have abundance of a bunch of shit that you don't fucking need. So, but you'll need it eventually, just not right now. But you have all of it right now.
Buy in bulk.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm all for buying in bulk, but when you've got like 1,200 bottles of a shampoo that you never fucking use,
well, ain't that how they promote sales with Sam's Club and Otis? Because they push the market to buy in bulk and it save more money. But they're pushing out more products to look like they're doing a lot more business. But people are tempted to buy into it because they're thinking they're saving. When in reality, they may not even use the product itself.
Another thing is, too, the companies themselves will shift the shape of a product to cut back on what you actually receive. But now because it's a new item and it's a new shape, they're going to charge you a couple pennies more, which you don't realize.
Well, yeah.
But it ends up coming back to the company, which is totally fine. It's business.
And then they do Sam's Club. They charge memberships just so they can buy in there. That's pretty bad when they get...
Well, everything is going to subscriptions now. This is what I was trying to talk to your mom about yesterday, which went really well, by the way. Thank you very kindly. I was live when she called and said that she was coming, so... But Yeah, it went actually really good. So we were talking yesterday about what were we talking about?
Oh, about Sam's Club and how they get to sell memberships to people just so they can feel like it's an exclusive. So not only are they getting the people to buy from, they're even saying, in order for you to buy from us, you're going to have to pay $100 for a membership, and they're willing to do that.
Yeah, but the thing is and this is something that I looked at back
People
when I was
want
getting
things that they
food
can't
stamps.
have. Yeah,
Because you can get food stamps and buy from there, which I think is going to end up being, if you think about, like, I don't know if it's communism or socialism. Anyway,
Marxism,
other countries that
Marxism.
use credits as a source of a way to purchase things, be aware of that availability. It is not something that is to give you freedom. It's to take it away. Okay? So be aware of that in the future. But the whole subscription conversation was, now, back in the day, we thought cable was expensive. Now you have to basically pay for a subscription for every fucking channel. Like, if you think about it, back then when we had cable, there was different channels. There was like 10,000 channels, and they all had the same fucking thing. Now you have to pay for every single one of those apps, like Netflix, Hulu,
they're selling you air.
Amazon Prime.
That's all it is.
There's no solidified item. It's just usage.
They sell them airwaves to people.
Well, same thing with
it's nothing.
what we were talking about, the S&P and stuff. The Dow Jones, the stock market, and the Bitcoin, and it's there's nothing real. So the same thing with the how much the United States owes. Money is just it's just an item that's in replacement for an imaginary number that exists somewhere in the world, maybe. So, and it's all fluid. But anyway. But yeah, now you have to pay for those subscriptions for each one of them. So now you have no idea. And then, another thing too, like, for example, your gym membership. Y'all have heard about my issue with going back and having to try to cancel that subscription is like a fucking nightmare, okay? So
imagine how many other people are in the same situation and are just raking in.
They're raking in money on subscriptions that you forgot that you got years ago. Like maybe $1.99 subscription that you got like 5 years ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't realize it. You don't recognize the charges. And that's why I talk about the envelope system. Is so you can actually see exactly where all of your money is going at all times. Okay? This is, you're not even realizing how much, like, potential that you have right now with what you have available to you and around you to make the life that you want. It's just, you have to think outside the box. You have to think outside of what society tells you that you're supposed to do. Okay? Yes, there is that part of it, like I said, at a baseline. But you have to decide. You have to be the creator. You are the one that has to make those choices along your path or along whatever thought process that you're going through or whatever it is that you're trying to create. Yes, there's laws. Yes, there's 3D physical things that are going to say no to you. Okay? You have to find a way around that legally without getting in trouble. So that's the hardest part that you're going to find, is doing it in a way that you're not going to get in trouble for it later on down the road. Okay? Which is really hard to do because they keep changing the fucking laws. So, like, for example, if you just got into business and you got this really great buyer or seller overseas, and now you have a drop ship program, or like maybe you have some kind of thing that you have to go and work with other countries, now you got a bunch of fucking tariffs on top of that. So just be aware, as much that you wish for is as much as you will wish not for. You won't wish for. You wish you didn't have it. But then it goes with it. Same thing in the yin and yang concept. Okay? You have your equal parts on both sides, right? But then you have that little 1% little dot that's in the opposite side. Because in all good things, there are some bad, and in all bad things, there is some good. And they're all connected to each other. Okay? So just be aware that with every win that you have a major loss possibly with it. Every major loss that you have a major win possibly with it. Okay? So think of life like that. As a way of being able to steer yourself in a direction that is whatever, taking the least amount of hits and get as many coins along the way. You know what I mean? This whole life is a game, as they say. So you can't hit reset, so play it the best you can while you're fucking here. So. And remember, the rules and laws are going to be changing a lot going forward. So, the way of the world is changing a lot going forward. And you have to think internationally. You have to think interstellar. Okay? Think 5 years from now. Think 10 years from now. Those 10 years that we grew up with, my 40 plus generation, if you are out there, maybe I'm the oldest person on this map. Who knows? But, or app, not map. Why did I say map? Maybe I am the oldest person on this map. Whatever map is. So, even if I am the oldest person on this app, and I'm trying to explain to you, what you grew up with is not how it's going to be in the future. You're the one that has to decide that. And however that may be, if you have to get it down on paper, if you have a thought, put it on paper. Even if it's a hot fucking mess and it doesn't make any sense, keep the paper. Keep building on it. Add another piece of paper to it. Add another book. Keep going. Right? No matter what it is, another image, another page, another, and every single day is a page. You have 24 little lines of hours in that page. What are you going to fill in that page with if you want to fill it in with anything? Are you going to fill that whole page in with rest, which you needed for the past however long you've been alive? Or how do you want it to look? Do you want to get something done? For me personally, this has been one of the best ways for me to be able to get out of my head and get back into the real world and make a connection there. Now, a lot of times, yes, I do stay in my head. I get overthinking. I get all these ideas and thoughts that I think are the greatest thing in the fucking world, or I think they're the dumbest thing in the fucking world. And I keep them up there. Well, it's never going to exist if I keep it there, other than in my mind. So in order for me to create that into my reality, I'm the one that has to do it. So. Just like I was just talking about with trying to see what is available, what are the rules and laws of it, what is the requirements, what is the restrictions, what is my bumper lines in this, and that's how I feel about most of life. It's like, okay, this is as far as I can go this way, and this is as far as I can go that way, but what am I allowed to do in between this little box that you fucking put me in, okay? Are there other things outside of this box? Because that's where my curiosity fucking led to. That Pandora fucking box opened up a long time ago. And so I started becoming curious about the world around me. I started watching other people. I know it sounds weird. Super stalker, super creeper. But I started watching their behaviors and their mannerisms around other people. I tried to understand where they were coming from, especially other adults. I would ask them questions about things that they did when they were my age, or what do they wish, like yesterday I even asked his mother, what do you wish that you would have known, or what do you wish you could say to someone who is my age when you were my age? What do you wish that you could say to somebody, or even to yourself at a younger age? Because remember, we have talked about this in the stream before, about talking to ourselves in the mirror and communicating to our younger self and communicating to our future self. It is possible. You can do it. Because a mirror, all it is a portal back into your own mind. So when you're talking to yourself in the mirror, You're portaling back into your own mind. The conversation that you have is either one of, okay, we need to do this, or you should have done that. Yeah, you can say that all you want to. But lead with love, okay? Say, all right, well, I love you. You're a human being. You make mistakes. You've done wonderful things. Where are we going to go from here from what we've already experienced? The future history repeats itself. So everything that has happened in the past is going to happen again in the future. It's how you approach it when it does happen. Okay? If you approached something a certain way in the past and it didn't work, when it comes back around again, which it will, how are you going to approach it again going in the future? That could go for anything. I really try my best to speak as neutrally as possible so I can cover many, many topics at the same exact time. So this way I can talk to you and you can understand where I'm coming from whatever perspective that you're looking through. So, and this goes, when I say unschooling, this goes for any age. Now my streams and all my social media is all 18 plus. But the things that I say really go for anybody. So, I mean, I really hope that this helps you. And I hope it helps me too, because this is really the only way that I'm able to keep up with the thoughts that are in my mind in a way that's beneficial to me and, you know, hopefully to everybody that's around me, not just in real life, but also in the stream. So now we've learned that in order to be an eBay live seller, you have to be chosen, which is fine because it's in beta. That doesn't mean it's going to stay there. Beta is temporary. Okay. Beta is like a test run. So once it comes live for all sellers, which it will, might take a little while, but it will, that'll be great. But I want to get there beforehand. I want to get there, even though they didn't choose me, I want to be at the front of that line once time comes, right? Or ahead of it if possible. I want to be in the back, you know, like I want to be up front. I want to be both, right? So I want to be all of it, all the time, every day. No, I'm just kidding. So, in other words, if you see a roadblock like this one, for example, they have to pick and choose the buyer to go live specifically on their site. Same thing for being an influencer. I know Twitch is about to kick my ass for this one, but you can actually go live. You can go live everywhere else and build your social media following towards your Twitch, so that way you don't have to worry about going live on Twitch and getting paid for it. You can also build it while you're building it. Probably didn't make any sense right now because I just kind of confused myself. I became an affiliate with Twitch in 6 months. Now, there's a lot of people that can do it a lot faster. But there's a lot of people that will never reach it at all. Granted, it may not be on that list of things that you want to reach. Totally fine. But I didn't even think that I was going to get it at all. And for me to get it in 6 months for myself was major kudos. And I've been able to somewhat maintain it. So, my 1%, you know what I mean? So I'm adding my 1% to the rest of my 99%. And hopefully, like I said, once we're able to kind of pull this all together, you'll be able to see from every angle what I'm speaking about. And once you have the physical product, which is my PDF, which I'll be selling on my Etsy. Once you have a physical copy, you'll be able to see it in front of you. And if you have the digital version, you'll be able to alter it in a way that is beneficial for you personally. If you have followed through with my streams before, You understand where I'm coming from as far as trying to help people better themselves on a daily basis. I'm also showing you ways to think outside of the box, but in ways that connect to each other. So this way, when you're going out here and you start to branch out into some new project, it's now connected back to another thing that you could possibly pull into later. Okay? I want you to think multidimensionally. I want you to think multifaceted. Okay? I don't want you to think singularly, other than that you have a soul mission on this planet that is unlike anyone else's. And it's only up to you to decide the steps that you take in that path. These are the steps that I'm choosing for right now. These are temporary, okay? This is going to change and evolve as I evolve. My stream will evolve. My social media, the people around me, everything is going to constantly change. But there will be some things that will never change. If I ever told you I loved you, I meant that. If I am pulling you with me into my future, I mean that. There's very few people that I allow in my life. And I want you guys to understand that even if you have somebody around you, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're good for your life. Okay? I want you to really evaluate the people that are around you. I want you to evaluate the life that you want to live. And I want you to start putting it on paper. Even if you just draw a little stick figure of yourself and the people around you. Start there, right? I want you to start creating the life that you want to live. And like I said before, and I'll probably say it a million more times, if this helps, that's great. But I understand that this is not going to help everyone. Even if my words and by me being here is helping somebody, then so be it. If something that I create in the stream or on social media or if you see me in real life, I hope that it inspires you to do something wonderful in your own life and to be good to other people and to be good to yourself. Because there really is a lot of bad shit in this fucking world and it is so easy to turn and become that person. Okay? And even if you do turn and become that person for a while, understand that you are a human being and that we all do things wrong sometimes. I don't want you to stay stuck in that feeling. I don't want you to feel like there's no way out. Okay? Understand that this feeling is only here for a period of time and it too will pass. And you will have a chance to be able to redeem yourself, even if it's just for you. Okay? And again, understand that you're not alone, that everyone goes through some bullshit at some point in time. Okay? And it doesn't matter what angle it's coming from. Even if someone looks like they're having the most perfect fucking life, at some angle they are getting hit with something. They are having to deal with some kind of bullshit. Even if it's just in their head and they can pretend all fucking day long, they can't pretend to themselves. At the end of the day, when everything falls silent and all you have is your thoughts, that's when the real battle begins. So know that you're not alone, even if you're in your own mind. Because I've been there too. And it seems dark. It seems like a really dark place. But don't be afraid of the darkness. Just be aware of what's in it. And know that it's there. And it's there to help guide you away from the darkness, to be honest with you, if you think about it. It's to help you see your light. That's why the darkness is there, is to help you see your light, so that way you can lead others out of the darkness. Because we don't, like a butterfly, they say, they don't even see their own wings. But they're beautiful. And we all see them and we're just like, wow. But they don't see that. They just see the caterpillar. They just see the leaf. They don't understand the experience that they give to other people just by existing. I mean, a butterfly is a perfect definition of change. You literally have to, and I don't know if you know this or not, but a caterpillar legitimately turns into mush inside of the cocoon. The cocoon itself is already the wings. They have to grow into their wings. And it's the same thing for you. You don't realize it yet, but the thing that you are about to create is going to be the most beautiful thing that anyone has ever seen. And they're not going to understand your transformation. They're not going to see all that mush that you went through and all the pain and all the changes that you had to go through behind the cocoon that you put yourself in inside your own mind. I mean, they may have seen a portion of the change because they experienced the exterior. But they didn't see what happened inside. They didn't see what all you went through. And they never will. They'll just see the unveiling, so to speak, as the virality of the newest thing emerges. I know now why babies cry. It's because they're being born into a new life. And it's scary. And it hurts. And it feels like you're so disconnected. But it's really just delivering you into your new life. And you will be surrounded by people who care about you and by people who don't care about you. And all that really matters is what you do. Right? Baby?
What?
So all that really matters in this life is what you do, right?
That's a deep thought. I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
That's
who you are.
An answer can go either way, really.
Yeah. So, thinking outside the box is always a good thing. And like I said, if it can help someone somewhere, that's great. And make sure that you keep an eye on my eBay and Etsy so you can buy it. So, gotta insert it somewhere, right? Promote yourself, Talk about the good things that you've done in your life. A lot of people get really stuck into this talking bad shit about other people, about themselves. We talk about it all the time. We get this thought in our mind. It makes us think that we're not good enough. I do it all the time. And it's not true. It's the lie that you tell yourself to keep you from going to where you're meant to be. So, PDF file. House chores today is vehicle and maintenance. So, Jeff doesn't know it yet. But as a follow-up to his birthday, I will be cleaning his car out for him. Even though it is a Bondo bucket, so to speak, it's still something nice to do. As far as maintenance, I would suggest, since it's summertime, go ahead and put in a maintenance list in your vehicle to keep an eye on it, especially if you're going to be traveling. Which somebody soon will be traveling. I wrote at the top of my thing travel celebration for today. So just be aware that if not today, sometime in the next like week, there's going to be some kind of travel and celebration of some kind. So special event planning. For me personally, Jeff and I are going to be going to a performance at the art center, and it is the guy who did the beatbox voices for Police Academy, and I cannot remember his name to save my life right now. It's him and another guy. We're going to go see him in June, and I'm still trying to find out an outfit to wear because I've never met a celebrity a day in my life. I mean, I did take an airplane flight next to a guy that not worked for, but like played for the Browns, but I didn't know that until after I got off the flight. So this is the first time I'm actually aware that I'm actually going to be meeting a celebrity. Like, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to wear to that. And then next month is our 1 year anniversary. So, yeah, I'm bad for this. I'm bad for anniversaries, y'all. Birthdays, anniversaries, names, fucking details, specific details. I'm horrible. For driver's ed, I was going to do like a sit in a car and show today, and then pack an actual ER bag for emergency situations inside of a vehicle. Jeff already packed that bag, so that's already done for us. And then sit in the car and show, I can still do that since vehicle and maintenance today is just cleaning out the car. It's not dirty, it's just dusty, because he did that Bondo thing for the accident, and oh my god, it's like everywhere. Bondo dust everywhere. Anybody in the automotive industry, at least body wise, you know where I'm talking about. Well, I don't know if many people use Bondo anymore, to be honest with you. But yeah, okay, so now we know in order to be a eBay live seller, you have to be chosen. For what's another seller site that I have the Etsy. So basically it's just like going live anywhere and just referring them to your site. Or you could do a picture in picture where you show your eBay site in a picture in picture within the actual stream. Just think like, okay, well, this is available, but this isn't available, but I could do this, and so now I'm going to have to triangulate somehow, right? Triangulation is going to be like the theme going forward evidently, because we need that for forward movement, because we can't do it alone. So, patience is a virtue that I don't have. It's literally like my coaster's soaked. I'm not using that cup again. Probably selling that too if you want it. If you can fix it. Make it into some kind of like artwork of some kind of, who knows? Melt it down. Is it meltable? So basically, like if it has a recycling like emblem with a certain number in it, it can be meltable. Hold on a second. I can't see the actual number without pouring all over my fucking screen, but yeah, the number on the bottom of it where it says the recycling, there's a certain number. Y'all might want to Google it. That's home meltable. So if you're the type of person that has like a 3D printing machine of some kind, or like that utilizes plastics, and you're collecting them, y'all can have that. I'll give it to you. But yeah, so for at-home use, y'all YouTube it. I don't know, something like that. The one thing I'm really glad for is the internet, because of the fact that there's so much free information and free education. It's just making sure that it's coming from a reliable source. And now with AI, and now with like all these like little chat bots and stuff like that, and GBT and stuff, you're really going to have to dig deep for information that's accurate, because they're going to make it sound like it's the greatest fucking thing on God's earth, but it's not. So, just saying. I know for myself, I use chat or the AI for the eBay descriptions, because they can say it better than I ever could. But remember, it's two-sided. Everything is two-sided. Everything has a good side and everything has a bad side. Everything. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be this pencil. It has a good side. It's utilized for writing. It's a pencil. It has a bad side. It's utilized. You can do stuff with it. It can be used for alternate purposes. So, the tongue is mightier than the sword. No. The pen is mightier than the sword. But is the pen ink made out of blood? Good question. So, and is the sword made out of blood? Is the pen made out of blood? Because blood has iron in it, and if you kill like 400 people, then you get enough iron to make a sword. Unless they're low on iron, like myself, which, you know, most women are. So, alright. So, Goodwill today, like I said, we're still looking into specific items, which I do have in my Canva. It was already printed out. Or not printed, but like it's already set out in my project. So right now we're looking for summer, fall, seasonal, and then we're also looking like color coded. But I'm looking for personal items like this. I just got yesterday. I also got a shirt and another dress, but I don't know if that other dress fits. So fair warning. This one barely fit. So. But I do try to switch those out pretty frequently. I have an office planner, plant tracker, wardrobe, meal plan, needs list. Okay, so a thrift buying guide and needs lists are already in here. Page 13, 14 for right now. I probably will change in the future, but what I can do is I can go and walk through room by room and pick a needs list to go with me to Goodwill and see if I can like just check those things off along the way by getting specific items that I need, that I don't absolutely have to have them brand new, or it doesn't have to be like name brand, or it doesn't have to have any specific requirements. I can pick those up and save myself some money going into my envelope savings. So, which is going to be going forward into my business or into our home or personal items, etc. So, for household items, I don't think we have personally any requirements. I might need like one of those hose corner things, but I don't absolutely need it. The hose is a constant battle for me. Okay, I struggle with that motherfucker every night when I go to water the plants. I kind of want to get a splitter and then one of those like soaker hoses to put around the house. So this way, all I have to do is just turn on the hose for a specific set of time, and maybe even just set it up on a timer where I don't even have to go out there and do anything. It just times it and it just waters it for me. So, hi.
I took out my rings out my finger.
Okay.
See?
Why don't you take it off at night?
I don't know. I just noticed it, and it was like real saggy. The skin's real moist.
Okay.
See? I was just letting you know I did
Yeah,
that.
if we're here, it
Yeah, I
doesn't
know.
matter. But like,
Okay.
just make sure that when we're out and about.
I know. I was just letting you know I just did it just now.
Okay. Are you all right?
Yeah, I just noticed it was just kind of feeling weird, and I seen why. It was just, I guess, I don't know. My finger ain't breathing. The skin underneath. I don't know. But I'm just letting it dry out.
Okay. So you took your wedding band off?
Yeah, just now.
Okay.
Because letting the air get to it.
It's okay. So, For household uses, yeah, we don't really have anything personally, but I'm sure if I walked room by room, I could find something specific. Because Jeff just told me that I can go ahead and start building out the order, which I meant to do yesterday, Tuesday. It's Friday. So we'll do it next Tuesday officially, or no, I'll finish it out today for tomorrow, but I'm late in doing it for this week because I was not anticipating that. I was anticipating next week. So it kind of came up a little bit sooner because of the fact that I didn't do it Tuesday. Now I'm having to rush and do it. Oh, you know how that is. So, thrift buying guide. For me personally, for the seller site, I use aesthetics, like specific color codes for the season or for the year. Any kind of upcoming holidays or events that are coming. Like for us going to that event at the art center. I'm still trying to find an outfit to wear that. For the online site, for my seller sites, there are specific items that I will need to complete certain projects. So, like for example, the dollhouse, I was able to find some paper that I could utilize for like wallpaper when I finally go to do that. So along the way, I'm picking up items that a project that I'm working on, but it's not an immediate thing being done. Once I finally start working on it, whether it's even if it's just for a few minutes every day or whatever, or like once a week, like I set a certain amount of time to work on the dollhouse, whatever. Now I know, okay, I'm going to have the items that I need to work on this room by room or area by area because now I've pulled it during the course of said 6 months or whatever time period of time. So I can put on that as well as like projects that I'm working on. What do I need for each one of the projects that I'm working on? Can I go ahead and put that into the list for when I go into the thrift shops so I can keep an eye out for it? You know, like for example, like if you're doing anything at home and say you're cooking, same concept, like maybe you can find a utensil somewhere at a yard sale rather than, or like on a marketplace or like a secondhand shop or something like that. A lot of times I will go in there and I will purchase secondhand items just because of the fact that I know it's not going to last and I only need it for a short period of time. There's certain, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not always going to need to have I like to have things on a constant flow state where yes, there's some things that are baseline, but there's things that are constantly changing within that baseline. So it's kind of like a mashup of both traditional and non-traditional. And that's pretty much who I am. There is a duality in most things, and I feel like I am the epitome of that. But you okay, baby?
Yeah.
What's that?
That's the support for my laptop that I bought from the Goodwill. I had to make an adjustment with a screwdriver.
Okay. So, yeah. So I have this all pretty much built out, but then, like I said, we'll be adding to it. And then again, you're pulling all of the other days in as well. So like say, for example, Fashion Saturday, which is tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and pull in all of the items that I purchased this week and add them into my eBay tomorrow for Fashion Saturday. So when I write down, make content, I can put a little asterisk here and say, okay, add new items to eBay live on the stream as a virtual yard sale. So you can find ways around it. It's just you got to find the way, right? Same thing for Amazon. If I find something, now mind you, I'm not an Amazon seller because they charge like $40 a month for you to be an Amazon seller and they have specific requirements that you have to meet. So that I don't meet. So I have to kind of stay within my range for right now, and that's okay. Yeah, it sucks, but it does give me some ambition to working towards bettering myself to so I can meet the next level, right? So the next level for me would be to be able to go live on eBay, to be able to be an Amazon seller, at least for the seller aspect of it, right? To be able to go across multiple platforms at the same time, multi-posting just the same as I am live on Twitch and other sites is the same as I want to be on my seller sites, right? So for those of you who are sellers, and if you're a live seller, which I'm not yet, but I'm working on it, right? For those of you who are wanting to be a live seller, how do you multi-post? Is that an option? Did I just create something? I have no idea. Is there one out there that I'm not aware of? Please let me know so this way I can utilize it. So, yeah. Pretty much every day I'll be on Enemy Matters, but tomorrow I'll be live for that. So I'm going to reword that. Make content. Go live. While adding new sale items. I'm just going to write sale items because it's not just one seller site that I'm going to be adding them for. Right now, my main is eBay, but I know that there are other sites. My main are eBay and Etsy, but I know that there are other sites. And then on my personal, for my About Me section, like I have my own personal brand items that are for sale. So I've also included those brand items, like for example, the seller stream sticker and the keychain that I have available on my Etsy right now for $1 a piece. I went through Sticker Mule for these. So if you guys are up and coming and wanting to do merch, that's an option for you. It's a very, very good site. They've worked very, very well with me. They really like one-on-one with me for that brand stuff. And they also sell you, not sell you, but like they send you emails for like, for example, like if you want 100 stickers or something made for your brand, right? Like say it'd be like $20 or something like, I don't know, pricing wise, but like I'm just saying as an example, like they'll give you discounts. Like I'm not saying that those specifically the numbers, but you get what I'm saying. So that way you can utilize that as a way to help you as well. I know for a fact that on my stream there have been digital artists that have come forward and requested work being done for my stream. Unfortunately, at the time, I did not have the finances to assist them in that endeavor. So I did not partake in said offer. But if you have the opportunity to, definitely try your best to go through local artists. If you've never done digital artwork yourself before, maybe it's something that you could try out. Canva is a very, very cool design layout program that has a lot of pre-made designs, but you can actually also add in your own artwork by taking a picture of it and uploading it into your Canva. Or I'm just saying as an example, I'm sure there's other apps out there, but this is one way that I was seeing as an opportunity or a possibility for you to use. Like say if you're going to create your own ads, or like if you want to utilize it for, like we were saying about cross-posting, making your own ads for Pinterest, utilizing Canva or some other kind of art-based thing. They're pretty much drag and drop. You can just click on it, drag and drop it. It's done. You don't have to fuck around with it like it used to be with Paint, okay? Or like a Word document where you're changing the image around and it fucks up the whole thing. This is very individualized. I really like the layout and the way that this works. Now, mind you, there are better products out there. You just have to go look for them. This is the only one that I'm aware of. So, and if you guys have any more, please let me know. But this is a really great way for you to be able to create your own artwork, build your own advertising, build out your own brand, and you can actually have it to where you can cross it to other social medias and multi-post to other social medias. So this way you can get your name out there. And like I said, now you have to bully the algorithm. You have to. There's no other way that I know of. So if you find a way, great, let me know. But for right now, it is what it is. So like I said, the for sale stuff, and then for me, for the total amount spent in that section for the thrift buying, like I said, now I had to find the algebraic expression for the sales side of it. So for your brand, okay, say if you're up and coming for your streaming side or your social media side, and you have a brand that you're trying to create, and now you have merchandise. Now that part you're going to have to know more about because now you're selling merchandise. Or if you're drop shipping, then you might be able to do it where you're utilizing another service. Like I think Streamlabs does drop shipping for brand items through their thing, but remember pricing. If you're going to be investing back into yourself, where's my binder? Which I just created this binder the other day, but this is my invest in self binder. This is going to be going towards multi-posting and stuff like that. If you're going to be investing in self or investing back into your business, your brand, your merchandise, a portion of that will be going back into the item itself, because the cost, you have the weight, you have the shipping, you have whatever else business wise that you're looking at. Now, maybe this other third party might be able to utilize all that information for themselves and keep you out of it, and you just keep the profits. I don't know how it works, but because a lot of businesses will do that, they'll do all that background shit for you and then just give you your portion, and then it's that you have to worry about. So, there's just like a little bit of upfront action that has to happen on your behalf, and then the back end of it is like beneficial because then you don't have to deal with it. But you have to remember, just the same thing as if you were renting a house or buying a house. If you're renting a house, yeah, it's all fine and great. It's the responsibility is all on another person, but then you have to wait for that other person. If you own a house, the responsibility is all yours, but now you have to wait till you can do it. Or if you don't have the knowledge to do it, now you have to wait on somebody else also. So it's like there's a positive and negative in all things. But that total money spent going back into your budgeting system will be put a portion of it back into your investing into self, which is your business, your personal, your whatever, right? Because you have that main item purchase, and then you have to double that for the main purchase and then to purchase another one. But in order to have profit, you have to triple it. So by the time that you get to the triple, that's when you start to actually see the profit, because the original is just a replacement, the secondary is to double it up, and the third is for the new, right? Whether you're putting it into a new item, or you're putting it into the supplies, or you're putting it into future endeavors for the business, doesn't matter. Or whatever it is that you're doing as far as future endeavors for yourself with any aspect of it. Because remember, you have that main, but you have all these other things that are connected to it, right? And then you have this that's connected to that. And then these things branch out, okay? So just be aware that there's not, when you're picking one thing, you're picking the 1% of that thing. There's 99% more information to that said one thing. So just be a little bit more aware of some of the things that are attached to said thing. So this way you can make a better decision moving forward. Total money spent, like I said, investing in self, but then also keeping up with tabs because you're going to be looking into Q3. Next week now, I think. Yep, all next week, you're going to be doing one new thing a day. Or one thing a day, completing one thing a day still. But now you're going to be looking into Q3. Remember, we were talking about you were going to be pulling in information from the past going into the future and looking at, all right, this was the past 6 months. Now what do I want to do the next 6 months? Okay? So if you can't do 5 years, you can't do a year, let's just do 6 months. Let's do the rest of the year. What are you going to do for the rest of the year? What are you going to do for the next 3 months? What are you going to do for the next week? What are you going to do for the rest of today? What are you going to do in the next 30 minutes? What do you do in the next 3 minutes? What do you do in the next 30 seconds? Breathe. Just breathe. So, when you feel like life's getting too fast for you, slow down. Supper, I still have soup, and I need to figure out something to do with that. Eat it or make it into meatloaf, one or the other. I don't know, something. Give it to the cats. Who knows? They probably won't even eat it. Clean up tonight's dishes and my room, clothes. And tonight we are soaking feet because nightly routine tonight is to soak, well, be it your head or the rest of you or just your feet. So do that. A little pinch of Epsom salt in there if you can. And, definite power down time. Now, I mean that as far as like after 8 p.m. tonight, no electronics. So power down tonight, soak, rejuvenate, rest, sleep at a minimum of 6 hours, which you're probably laughing at me. 3 if you get no other choice, but something. So, total money spent going back into reallocating money in the order for today. So make order. Mind you, I didn't do inventory. I'm having to backtrack now. This is my own fault. It's because I didn't do Tuesday. See what I mean about everything is connected to everything, and if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're going to catch yourself later on because it's going to kick you in the ass, and you're going to be like, oh shit, I should have done that the other day. Okay, now I have no choice but to do it now. Like right now. So, make order, and like I said, budgeting goes into that. Once I make the order, then the budget will be checked off for the order. And then that's it for right now. Yep. So, and slugging. So, face and feet tonight. Yeah, face and feet. I was actually at Dollar Tree yesterday and I saw some really cute like under eye patches that stay cold all the time and you can reuse them. I thought that was really interesting. I was contemplating that because I'm always like, especially right in here, because it's all like old lady cracks, So, don't know why, but I am. My feet look horrible, but my face looks awesome. That tells you a lot about somebody when you look at their feet first. Now, mind you, mine have a flesh-eating disease that I can't help because the container that I can purchase to kill the disease, I don't have the finances or the way to do that. Because you have to have insurance to purchase it even through Amazon. So, and I don't have insurance. So, yeah. So for right now, I'm just utilizing whatever I have available to kind of cease and desist until further notice, but we'll see. I might also be looking at other options as far as alternative methods to heal this shit because, oh my God, it's bad. So my toenails, however, for those of you who've been following my feet journey here, my toenails actually grew back. So I'm a little happy about that. They grew back, but they're messed up, but it's okay. They grew back. So I'm still working on my feet. And I guess that's just going to be a never-ending process. Because even though, like, when I was younger, I dropped that radiator on my toenail grew back. But then now, it's like both the large toenails are, like, not wanting to work with me. And I have been to a podiatrist, and they said that was the reason why. And at the time, I didn't get the medication when I had insurance, And I made that mistake and now I'm regretting it. Again, going back to shoulda, coulda, woulda done, but now I need to do. So, um, today is a gym day. And I've just been doing more cardio, like treadmill stuff, but because I'm trying to baby my knees. And now for some reason, like my tailbone, ever since the wreck, like has been fighting me. I did kind of overdo it at the gym the other day, I think, but I don't think that that's the main issue. I think that that's just a secondary to the main. So again, cardio, core, and reps. I'm just going to do reps today. I'm not going to do much weight. I'm just going to do reps today. And then, like I said, less sugar, more water. And right now I'm hyped up on fucking pre-workout from hell. I need to get Jeff another container. They're like $25 a bottle, evidently. Shit's expensive. It's probably not good for me. I'm thinking what else is, right? So yeah. I think I talked about a lot today, so I think I'm going to kick off here for right now. Because I do have to get some things done before we go to the gym. And, like, legit get things done. Like, I tend to, like, do things off camera more than on camera, I noticed. And maybe I should share more with y'all. But I also allocate specific amounts of time, like, for me to do other stuff. So, I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. Alright, so it's 2 o'clock now. And crossing over the... Actually, oh, yeah. I need to watch that. In theater movies, at home, Warfare, available to rent or buy on Prime Video, and is also in the movie theaters. And I am going to watch that as soon as I am able to. Actually, I need to go ahead and do that. Hold on. So what I'm going to do is, for the Amazon thing, I'm just going to screenshot it and then like crop it a shit ton. Not fully show, just kind of like clip it a little. And then what I do is then I just share that with the link. So I just click, copy, save, share. So, oh wait, I have to go back and I have to copy the link again. My bad. Because I copied that image, for some reason on Chromebook, it only saves that last whatever you just copied. So, fair warning, you do have to go back and like double copy it if you do have a Chromebook. Try your best not to have like any kind of like copyrighted insignias or specific people in the background. Like blur the faces if you can. So I take the photo, I upload it, and then what I do is I copy and paste the link. And above it, I'll put like, for example, EBT users get major discounts on Amazon Prime. And then I'm just going to leave that link there. So I just shared it. I'm going to copy and paste the whole thing, right? And I shared it on my social media. So I'm going to go to cancel. I'm going to go to my Twitter. For those of you who are on my Twitter right now, because I don't know where you're seeing me. I don't know if you're seeing me live. I don't know if you're seeing me after I've posted it. Like, for example, on YouTube, this is a pre-recorded until I can figure out how to go live on YouTube, which will probably be my next thing to check out. Then I'll be able to say, hey, whatever. But depending on where you're seeing me, right now I'm getting ready to post my thing on Twitter. Yeah, God, all these different names. So funny. And to just think, like, 20 years ago, none of this shit existed. Like, internet was, like, chat rooms was just starting to get big. It's just crazy to me. So, there we go. Y'all go check out my my Twitter link for Warfare. It does give you the affiliate link on there. Any purchases that you make through that link, I get a percentage of the sale that you make, or of the purchase that you make. So, like, it's only like a few pennies, but still. So, every little bit helps. And I actually haven't checked, which I need to do. I probably have not received any income from this yet. No earnings, I don't think. I think one time I got like 53 cents. Oh, wait, no. 63 cents is how much my commission is right now. I had one person purchase something on the 2nd for, I don't even know how much they bought it for. Oh, okay. So they ordered, what did they order? A cam lock tool fit for a Honda. And it was $13. But they used my link. So I got 63 cents. Do that times like 100,000 and we'll be good. So, so yeah, but I am getting clicks on it. It is showing that people are seeing the links. It's just not really going very far right now, which is fine because trickles, right? You want baby steps. And as soon as the baby steps are able to be handled, then you move on to the next push. Okay. Once you hit that plateau, you go to the next push. After the plateau is sufficed. So, or you just keep pushing. Either way. Okay, so I got Twitter, and like I was going to show you guys my Instagram. Hold on, let me log in first. Now, mind you, I'm not utilizing a multi-posting tool. If I was utilizing a multi-posting tool, which we're working on, okay, mind you, it's $40 a month, or $30 a month. If I was utilizing a multi-posting tool, I could just put this information in the multi-posting tool and set up a day for it to be posted. Now, you can do that every single day. Okay, so you can do your regular baseline of, okay, I'm just going to post once in the morning at 9 o'clock every day on a certain social media. Okay, you prepare that. You build that out. Let it auto-generate. Now you got another thing. You already have that taken care of. It's already working in the background. Mind you, you're going to have to double check. You're going to have to go back and review it, make sure it's working properly, the links are working properly, and all that stuff. But in the meantime, you can also add to it to the next step. For example, when I was doing the Amazon sharing the link, I can actually set it up to where it automatically shares the link for me every single day on all my platforms or on specific platforms for specific things. Or I can have it multi-post on this social media site that is only a seller site, and I can have it multi-post on this site, which is only a social media site, right? Keep working with me here. and have it going at the same exact time and building out for the entire time. Now, mind you, you're going to have to be a social media manager at this point in the background, but you're only working on the platform. You're not working with what I've been doing for the past 3 fucking years, is every other little step along the way in the background from each one of these different little ads and all the apps, and all these other different like programs that you use. You have one place that you put all of that information into and it does it for you. You're going to have to keep up with it. So even though you're not doing all of this extra work, now you have to plan that multi-posting time, which might take a larger chunk of time up front, but the long-term process for it is going to save you. Okay, the chaos and the insanity that I've been having to deal with for the past 3 years. So me trying to define this stuff, you guys, for most of you already know this. For those of you who came up into this stuff, you're light years ahead of me, like I said. But for those of you who are not, okay, maybe this will help you take some steps forward in whatever it is that you're doing. So like I said, some of the concepts of thought are to, like I said, bully the fucking algorithm. If you want to get out there and you want to get famous, you want to do all this stuff, oh my God, be it. What do you think they're going to do once you do? They're going to have a social media manager. They're going to have paparazzi. They're going to have people who are working in the background for you. Not only just right there in front of you, but all in the world, okay? Sending that vibe and frequency out into the universe. So, and it's going to seem overwhelming. But honestly, if you were to become viral, that's really just to help you. You're going to have all of these people that are going to be coming in and taking a lot of that weight off of you because now it's their responsibility to do that for you. Okay? So another aspect of the self-care is being able to allocate your responsibilities to another person in a way that is beneficial not just for you, but now for that person and everybody else that's involved. It's management. You're not always going to be able to do everything all the time. And that's one of the hard things that you're going to have to realize in life, is that sometimes you're going to have help. And sometimes you're going to need more than one person like yourself to work on a project or to work on an idea that you have. Maybe the reason why God gave you this idea, or maybe not specifically God, sorry. Maybe the reason why you have this idea is because you're meant to pull other people into the idea. You're supposed to give them a purpose. Okay? A part of their purpose is you. A part of your purpose is everyone else. Okay? So it's okay sometimes to allow another person to assist you. You know, if you want to be famous, you're going to have assistants. You're going to have people assist you in periods in time, in knowledge that you may or may not have, in times when you may or may not have things to give, in certain scenarios and situations where you have no choice but to give up your ability to do something for a period of time until you can again, including mental breakdowns, mental health issues. Okay? Take that break if you need it. To this day, and probably for the rest of my life, I will never forget that woman dying in her cubicle and people had no idea. And they just replaced her. Like nothing. This life is fleeting. And you don't get very long. And I want you to enjoy as much as you can of it. So if this helps you, so be it. I'm really proud of a lot of you for how far you've come. And I know that there's still a long path ahead of you. But everything's going to be all right. Just keep going. And it's okay to give up sometimes. And it's okay to feel like you want to give up. I do it all the time. Hell, I just did it on a stream yesterday. But don't. Okay? Don't give up completely. It's okay to set things down for a period of time if it feels like it's too heavy. If it feels like you just can't right now. Sometimes you have to take that pause and that break for a little while for you to come back to self, okay? To regain your energy, to call your energy back, whatever you want to call it. Meditation, taking a goddamn break for once, like, holy shit, breathe. um, Sometimes it's okay to take a break and to stop for a while. Downtime, personal care, self-care, uh, whatever you want to call it. It's all part of it, okay? So there's little percentages of every single day, and that aspect consistently changes, consistently moves, okay? And it alters in waves and flows, and you have to keep being able to move and flow, kind of like seaweed, right? Your feet are anchored, but no matter how hard the current is, you just swim in it. And even if things get thrown at you, you just continue to grow. Even if you feel like things are cut off, you continue to grow and become this beautiful thing that no one ever really knew even existed before they found you. Be still in raging waters. um, okay. So, okay. Something unexpected is going to happen. I'm trying to tell you so you can start moving in that direction because I don't know when that's going to hit. It's going to hit for somebody, and if you have the opportunity, grab it. If you hear me and you hear what I'm saying, understand that good things are coming to you. You just don't know it yet, but I need you to give it a way to come to you. Travel is included. What did it say? 23rd. Nobody shines brighter than that of a good heart. Realize deeply that the present moment is all that you have. Make now the primary focus of your life. Peace is not, and today's peace is not absence of conflict. It is the ability to handle conflict by peaceful means. By being a warrior in a garden instead of a gardener in a war. A gardener in a war still has abilities, but anyway. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to block the row space. Anyway, Y'all have a wonderful day, and until I see you again, behave.